See if we're on here. Hear that? Okay, I see Mike moving and stuff, and I think we're okay to go here. So let's get started right away. After not being around yesterday, voice issues and such. Let's go right away to McDonald's earnings. I can hit the symbol in right. Waiting on it here. Just slow start on this chart, but anyway, McDonald's looking a little bit under 328 in the pre-market here. I guess the earnings were okay. I mean, it's not always a big mover. Doesn't mean it can't move this morning. The range earlier was from the prior day wasn't super, but it's worth playing today. Just want to go to the range there. Yeah, it was $4 and change yesterday. Expecting a bigger move today. Again, it's trading 328. I have a 305.50 to purchase it, at 341.98 to short it. So looking for a move. $300 stocks should be moving. Cisco, the CSCO kind, not the food company. Again, with earnings trading 79 and change after $2 worth of range yesterday. Looking for more. Only a stock I would only trade on an earnings day, that kind of situation, or earnings or news. I have it 71.75 for initial purchase, at 90.72 to short it. VKTX, Viking Therapeutics. Okay, now the stock had earnings, but the stock, it's mainly up because their phase 3 test in their weight loss drug was doing okay. So looking 33.64. I have a 26.18 to buy it, at 38.55 to short it. APP, AppLovin, which can be a totally ridiculous stock sometimes in the way it moves. For example, yesterday the range was almost $34. So make sure you're aware of that, if and when you trade it. All right, so you got to be smart. Got to expect bigger moves than normally see. The stock's trading 416 and change right now. I have it 360.30 to buy it, at 492.78 to short it. So again, looking for big move earnings day. FSLY, waiting on, which is Fastly, I believe. Yeah. Okay, stock had earnings, and last I saw was up a lot. Okay, not quite up as much as it was, but still trading around 13 after going out 9:30. I have it 9.90 to buy it, at 18.70 to short it, so being careful there. PAYC, waiting for here. They up guidance. So in Paycom, they up guidance. So the stock is, they knocked guidance down. What am I saying here? I knew it was a guidance situation, but they're being guided lower. So the stock is looking 103.45. I have it 98.99 to buy it. I'm at 120.18 to short it. I think I'm going to come off that 98.99 level here, because the stock moved down some more, a significant amount. I think it was around 108 earlier. So I'm coming off that. I'm going 96.81. All right, so 96.81 here as initial purchase for the stock. I'm also putting it in here because I think we might get a move right away. Okay, so I made a little note there. ROL, Rollins, had earnings Okay, and the stock is looking down a bit, looking $56. Again, they're their pest company, basically getting rid of pests. I have Rollins right now, 5304. Purchased it. Going to stick with that, even though it came off a little bit more. Okay, but I am going to put it in. Hang on. Okay, put it in, and then down 80 cents per situation here. So next spot would be 52.24. All right, so that's a fast heads up there in Rollins. Albemarle, ABL, ALB, Albemarle. Say that fast 3 times. Also had earnings. Waiting on it here. Okay, and the stock is up just a little bit, half a point here. I've seen it move some on earnings days. It's trading 176. I have it 155.54 to buy it, at 184.82 to short it. So I think it came back some since last was involved here. The range yesterday was $6.50 or so. So see what happens here with Albemarle. MICC, MOUSC. No, just kidding. Okay, I believe we're talking ice cream here. Okay, it was a Unilever spinoff, and it is Magnum Ice Cream. Okay, and I think this might be their first earnings situation since they spun it off. But looking just south of 17, I have it 14.40 to buy it, at 19.80 to short it. Then three memory stocks on the move here that I follow. Micron, because there's still a shortage of memory here. So MU looking 426 and change. I have it 384.68 at 459.26. SanDisk. Okay, and all these guys move a lot, we know, right? So try to be smart, trying to be careful about how to price them. Okay, so SanDisk, 640, almost 643 right now. I have it 551.95 at 693.73 to short it. Seagate, STX. Okay, so trading for it, almost 424. I have Seagate 376.33 to buy it. And again, initial purchase, because I'm always legging in here, not overcommitting too soon. Same thing, short side. I'm at 454.24 to short it. Western Digital, WDC. Waiting on here. Okay, so looking 284. I have a 255.63 to buy it, at 308.88 to short it. And those are my news and earnings situations this morning. As far as relative strength goes, have 3 on the long side and 1 on the short side. Longs first, CEG, Constellation Energy. Okay, as we see, went out pretty well. Thus, it's a relative strength play on the long side. Actually, right around 278.50 right now. I am 266.56 to buy it, and the relative strength plays are just good to 11 in the morning. So looking for some kind of follow through after a move the opposite way. I'm at 298.32 to short it. That's good all day. Moderna, after gapping down yesterday, went out pretty well. Still down on the day, but went out pretty well. So that's why it qualifies. You can see here it was off, but came back from 36 and change. I have Moderna 37.20 to buy it. So looking for a move back in, but that's good for this morning at 47.04 to short it. Pure Storage, playing carefully because it's been moving a lot. $5 and change worth of range yesterday. So trying to be smart here, looking higher, looking almost 77. I'm 72.08 for it for this morning, at 82.11 to short it. IBM is the only morning short here. Okay, hang on, waiting for IBM here. Okay, after going out near its lows, a little more than 273, it is basically flat. I have IBM at 289.65 to short it. I'm 248.83 for it to purchase it, and that again is good all day. So that's our stocks that are in the news today or early morning plays. Let's go through the stocks that I priced out. Hang on one second. Waiting on it. Here. Okay, so Apple, okay move yesterday. I think $6 and change worth of range. Almost $6 worth of range. Pardon. But enough of a move that made it worthwhile at least to follow today. Nothing brilliant there to say about that. It's right about where it opened. Let's go to AMD, as we got about 2 minutes and change left before the market opens, and we'll get right into it. Mention what I can here. Okay, so AMD looking up a little bit, looking close to 216. I have at 197.98 at 237.80. Charter has been moving, has been for a long time. It was stuck around 200 or just under 200. Some nice moves since the earnings came out. Looking 242. I have Charter 228.01 to buy it at 253.11 to short it. CoreWeave, CRWV. After going a bit as far as overall range on the day, a bit toward the upside here. Looking right around 94, so looking down a little bit. I have it 83.67 to buy it at 110.01 to short it. Carvana with a fairly big move yesterday, and I guess we call it a decent bounce back from the lows. It was down 346 or so. Had gone out 364. Right now, 365 and change. Have Carvana 311.26 at 415.05 to short it. After $53 worth of range yesterday, so kind of big move there. Want to look at a couple of solar names here before we get going, as we got a little over a minute before the market opens. Enphase, ENPH. With around $4.50 worth of range yesterday, has been more of a mover since it gapped up after the earnings came out. Looking right around 48 this morning. I have it 43.28 to buy it at 54.28 to short it. Want to look at Sunrun next. Again, we'll get started soon. Okay, so Sunrun, after big move yesterday, $3 worth of range there. Looking 19.32 this morning. I have a 16.87 to buy it at 21.32. No, wait, 17.06 to buy it at 21.59. So that again, that's 17.06 to buy it at 21.59 to short it. Okay, after a big move, had to price it wide out. SEGG Solar Edge, and this will be the last one we mention here because it is open and the market is open. Ding ding and all that. Trading 36.50. I have at 31.84 to buy it at 41.48 to short it. And let's get into list of movers here right away. Okay, and just flipping through on things that are down. I see MICC, let's go to that right away. Okay, so trade 1686. I'm 1440 for it, so a bit of ways there. Rollins, pest control situation. There used to be a Rollins trucking too, if I remember right. Maybe it's gone away. Anyway, right now it's trading right around 56. I did put in 5304 bid for it. Okay, and after that it'll be 80 cents lower. So it'll be a 5280. I'm not putting that in yet, but 5224 rather. But not in there yet. Paycom, PAYC. Okay, which I did back off of. Remember, it was looking like 102. Has been as low as 106, but now up to 113. So it's like, what the heck's going on there? Moving. I dropped my bid down to 96.81 and actually put it in, thinking it's going to get hit right away. But the stock's done nothing but run right up. All right, and if you were thinking short side here, we're thinking at 120.18, and all right, just put that in. Paycom. As the stock has been 114, trading 113 and change right now. Flipping over to things that are going up at the Fastly, FSLY. Okay, which is trading just under 15 right now. I am way the heck up at 1870 to short it. VKTX, Viking Therapeutics. Okay, and there the stock had started out a bit higher at 34 and change, now 32 and change. So pulling in some. So that gets my attention. That first candle kind of gets my attention. So we'll have to see what goes on there, but tune in, obviously. WGC. I mentioned with the other guys. Okay, up at 300 right now. I have a 308.88 in there, and I better put that in. WGC. So I put that in. I'm going to find a couple other prices here real fast, even though it just pulled in a little bit after trading there. Find it. Okay, just flipping through my list here, trying to find another couple of prices for WGC. I'm going to go 312.47. Not putting it in yet, though, just to have it handy as a reference, and 316.06. In the meantime, those other guys, other memory situations, Micron. Okay, so Micron has been over 430. I'm at 459.26 to short it. SanDisk, SNDK. Waiting on here. We're 5 minutes in, and not a lot as far as marketable orders going on, but continue to keep track here. Yeah, SanDisk got 644, right around 645 and change now. I'm way the heck up at 693, a little bit north of 693. Seagate. Okay, Seagate trading 430, 440, and Seagate IM 440, 450, 424. Okay, I'm just putting that in now, and I got to find another couple of prices in Seagate too. Okay, going to go 459.65 and 465.06. But just the one order in Seagate as it's still creeping up there. Okay, let's go through our whole list of news situations, earnings to news situations this morning, starting with McDonald's. Okay, and we see it did trade above 330, but now pulling in a little bit. Traded as high as 333 and change. They're looking at the whole of that. All right, I'm pretty far away on both sides there now. I mean that initial candle there kind of gets my attention, but it's pulled in so much since then. It's pulled in $6 since then, so not quite the same. Cisco, CSCO kind. Okay, so Cisco 79.35. It's kind of right in the middle for me, so not standing out. No, really just flipping through and checking here, because that's what we do, remember. Okay, Viking Therapeutics. Okay, so still around 32 number. No huge move yet, but obviously we'll keep an eye on that. AppLove and APP. Okay, now has been as low as the low 380s. Now right back up around 400. Pretty big move so far. I am the 360.30 for it, so gonna have to keep eyes on that. Back to Fastly FSLY. Okay, moving up a bit more. I'm still up there at 1870, so pretty far away there. Paycom, PYC. We saw it running up. On the guidance there, and here it is, got very close. PAYC did. Okay, after making a new low earlier, okay, and did in fact traded 120.14, and I was at 120.18, and I had to pull that there because it did come in some from there. So pulled in 120.18. Where am I going now with this? Got to find another couple of prices. That's the way it goes sometimes. All right, having had that, I'm going to go 121.76. I'm going to put that in. Okay, and I also have here 123.34, which I'm not going to yet. Actually, I should. So put that in also. So that's 121.76 and 123.34 after missing out by a tad there. The first thing, and remember, thought here is almost gets there. The price this is off because the actual high is 120.14, but next time through, it's going through, with some force. So came in enough that I wasn't willing to leave it out there. And if it works out that way, if it works out that it could have been a moneymaker. Oh well, that's okay. I can deal with it. That's right. Meantime, Rollins going up a little bit here. As far as like any kind of fill, I'm thinking up into this, but I have no idea how much it's going to move. So far it's moved a little less than 2 points, but keep eyes on it. Albemarle, waiting on still. Okay, trading 174, so it was up around 182. Okay, and I'd been it was 184.82. So like this, makes me think, could have got something. But this is the kind of move we look for here. Starting out, pushing up, and then giving it up there. All right, I'm still at 184.82. Hadn't put anything in. Now there's no sense in doing it. Okay, but seeing the move, seeing the move I like to see. I was just off a bit. Can I say? MICC, Magnum Ice Cream. I'm still trying to remember that name. Okay, coming back some. Not a lot, not a lot of a move though. Let's go to these memory stocks. Starting with Micron. Okay, see it going higher. I'm at 459.26 to short it. SNDK. Okay, so waiting on SanDisk here. Okay, to see it's still making a nice move up. I'm at 693.73 to short it, so I want to have that in my mind. The other two guys I do have orders in for. Starting with Seagate. Seagate just got Seagate there for 454.24. My next spot is 459.65. Just put that in. So a small amount of Seagate here. With WDC. Okay, WDC getting up toward there. Again, I'm at 308.88. Okay, right around 305 right now. So continue to keep track of that as well as the other two guys. So I do have a small situation. SanDisk. Let's take a look at the relative strength plays, starting with Constellation Energy. Then we can look at GEV too, just to look at it. We first look GEV as we're getting towards 15 minutes in, and it's been a lot because there's a lot of stuff going on in general today. Seagate up some. I'm way the heck down 266.56 to buy it this morning. I said we'll look at GEV. Okay, and GEV continuing up. Is that a new high? Almost. The old high is 846. Hasn't quite gotten there yet. Pretty far away there. Just wanted to mention it when I mentioned Constellation Energy. Let's look at Moderna. And Moderna is pretty quiet so far, but we'll keep eyes there. I'm way down at 37.20 for it. To purchase it, Pure Storage, PSTG. First look here. Pure Storage. Okay, and some fairly big candles, which Pure Storage tends to do. Again, I'm 1708 for it, so 7208 for it. So I'm fair ways away. It can get there though. Seen it happen many a time. And IBM on the short side, as we are 15 minutes in now. As far as overall markets go, S&P's up 0.2%, NASDAQ up 0.1%, Dow up half a percentage point, Bitcoin 67,600. So still thinking 70,000 is a big number there, one way or the other for that. In the meantime, IBM coming off some from the start here. So off around $6. and that's basically the extent of its range. I'm way the heck up to 89.65 to short it, so real far away. In the meantime, we can start taking a look at our whole list. First time flipping through these guys. First time taking a look here. Okay, so Apple, about $4 worth of range. Apple today, I'm little closer to what purchasing. I'm 264.47 to buy it. So after a couple of pretty good candles there, somewhat gets my attention. So we'll see. We'll see. It's not enough for me to want to do anything yet in Apple. So AMD, after opening and pushing a little bit higher, coming in some. I am still far away on both sides there. Better try to purchase it. I'm 197.98 to purchase it there. Charter CHTR. Okay, so about $4 worth of range here, trading mid 240s. And Charter, yeah, Charter's another one that's a decent ways away from me, but has been moving. Been seeing more range there. Let's see if we can type in the right symbol for CoreWeave. Okay, here we go. Actually, did CoreWeave back slightly positive for the day, so see that going on. Haven't looked at Carvana yet. And then we can look solar. Okay, and Carvana with $10 and change worth of range. Let's see if it gets going. I mean, it got going yesterday, basically from the start, was down, pulled way down, almost straight down, very little green involved there. Then a bit of a bounce, and it rolled over. Looked like it was going to go lower, but did slide forward over the course of the day. Okay, now let's look at these solar stocks. Only following three of them today, starting with Enphase. Okay, so seeing it move down like this, catching my attention, even though I'm still like $3 away there. But that's fairly interesting for me. Sunrun, after a big move yesterday. All right, only around 50 cents worth of range today. More like, 40 cents a change, not quite 50 cents worth of range yet. Solar Edge. Waiting on here. Okay, so that too getting my attention. Solar Edge, I am a little bit farther away there. I'll tell you exactly where I'm at. Solar Edge, yeah, about $3 away there, but starting to get my attention after it comes off like that. Want to mention Seagate got another piece of it up around 459. Okay, and we see it there, 456 right there. Okay, I'm just took a piece back here, 455. 43 there. Okay, so 455.43 took a piece of Seagate back. Still have one more. And not waiting on it. Just took that back as well, 453.77. So Seagate took off from the start, and we had halfway decent couple of small trades there. Also looking Western Digital here. WDC, if you remember, we're up at 308 88 and didn't quite get there, but that's enough. It moved up enough that I need to get rid of that. So just pulling one piece there, 308.88. That's gone. Putting in 312.47. All right, just to have it in just in case. Western Digital. All right, nothing in Seagate right now. SanDisk. Was creeping up too, but was farther away than the other guys. Yeah, so SanDisk, you can see, has been high as the high 660s. Way the heck up at 693.73. So nothing much going on. Not as much going on, rather. In SanDisk. Okay, so we're about 20 minutes in, and a lot of stocks we haven't really taken a look at this morning because we've been busy with so much news situations. So looking at Intel for the first time. Okay, and it's Intel this morning, $1.50 worth of range. Big red candle there, kind of gets my attention, but I'm pretty far away there. I'm 44.24 to buy it. Quantum stocks, still, definitely on the low end of the range and 52-week range. Starting with the IonQ. Okay, so right around 32.50. Been a little bit lower. I'm 29.46 for it. At 39.22 to short it. So looking for a big move, because you got to be careful here. You got to expect big moves here, because that's kind of what they do. QBTS, T-Wave. Okay, off a little bit as well, off around 60 cents, trading right around $19. I'm 17.49 for it, so that could get interesting pretty fast. All right, so just a bit of a heads up there. And Rigetti. Okay, so it's fairly hectic morning, but only the couple of trades in Seagate. So Rigetti off like 90 cents, been as low as 15.43 or so. I'm 13.89 for it, so that's that's another one that could get there pretty quickly. Just figured worth mentioning. Haven't mentioned MDB at all this morning. MongoDB. And we see, the range is pretty good. I mean, not huge there, but been moving some down toward the lower part. Pretty far away here. 325.05 to buy it at 405.22 to short it. Just figured I mentioned that. ON Semiconductor decided to follow again because it made a new high yesterday. So following it for yet another day after earnings day 2 days ago. Waiting on it here. Still waiting on it. Okay, here we go. All right, so seeing the move up here at another new high, been over 73.40. Here it is back toward there. All right. I'm at 74.61 to short it. Okay, just putting that in right now. Going to take a moment and find another couple of prices here. I say 70. I'm not putting stuff in, but 75.26 and 76.19. All right, so we'll see what happens with this ON. It's been moving, so I'm kind of glad that I continue to follow it. Right on the highs right now, right on the 52-week highs, as a matter of fact. Oracle, let's look at. Waiting on here. Okay, so Oracle fairly quiet this morning. You can hear $3 worth of range. Nothing really jumping out as far as getting my attention there. But again, we'll continue to keep track. Okay, looked at Oracle. Let's look at Palantir for the first time as well, as we're like a little over 25 minutes in, and it's the first time we're looking at Palantir. First time we're looking at some of these stocks. So I guess it's been kind of a busy morning, just from the grounds of like a lot to keep track of here. Okay, Palantir quiet, so I did price it out, but I am like 10 points away both ways here, so nothing exciting as far as Palantir goes. Rivian, look at Rivian, then look at Tesla. Okay, and Rivian less than 40 cents worth of range. Tesla, haven't done much with Tesla in a while. Waiting on it. Things are pretty quiet. I mean, overall, S&P's basically flat. NASDAQ off 0.2% now. Dow up 0.4. Bitcoin 67,700. Still waiting on Tesla here. Ugh. Here we go. So Tesla had been up around 436. Come off some now. 428 and change, basically on the lows. Tesla this morning had 404.53 to buy it at 455.87. So far away there. The last I want to look here is Rocket Companies, RKT, which was off some yesterday. Not quite on the lows, but off. Waiting on here as we're slow, really slow this morning. Can we see Rocket up a little? I have it fairly wide priced out because it did move a decent amount yesterday. So it's 18. That's basically 18.90. I'm 16.87 for it at 21.32 to short it. So that's the story there. Now back to watch lists. Anything that super stands out here? Not as far as watch lists go, but let's go back to our earnings and news situations. Flip through. We got another half hour here, so we'll get through what we can and see if another couple of trades happen. That'd be a good thing. Did have the couple of small trades in Seagate, but at least they're successful. So it's nice to get something going on the plus way. Here's McDonald's though, making an earnings day kind of move here from the start. First basically 25 minutes were all red. Okay, so comes into 320. And it's moved. That's moving a lot more. The range is a lot more. $13 worth of range versus $4 yesterday. So big move. Here's a bounce back to flat. Okay, so I'm 305.50 for it. Not going to put anything in yet, but these kind of candles definitely get my attention, right? So we'll see what the bounce is. All right, but definitely get my attention. Cisco after the earnings. Okay, and I don't get why we're so slow on these charts today, but dealing. All right, Cisco too. Cisco sliding near its lows. Not big range. I mean, I'm 71.75 for it, so pretty far away there. Viking Therapeutics. Okay, so has been sliding slowly since the start. All right, so I would need a lot of movement here to do anything. I mean, more than a fill there, and I'm up at 38.55 to short it. So not knowing what to do with it there, I price things carefully. App loving after earnings. I believe last time we saw it, it was in the mid 380s. Excuse me, here is it coming back right around 391. And again, I'm pretty far away there, even for that stock. I mean, I'm at 360.30 to buy it, way the heck away to short it. Fastly, which is another one I priced out very carefully. And it's tough. You got to be smart about these situations if you're not familiar with the stock. If you are, obviously that changes things. So you guys know there are a lot of stocks that I follow that I know inside and out. So other ones we don't trade them as much. It's not you have to be more careful, and obviously in an earnings situation too, you have to be more careful. Okay, back to Paycom, which I initially thought was going to get hit as far as my bid went, but opened higher than expected, and then pushed up higher, wound up missing it. I was at 120.18 to short it, got as high as 120.14, and now of course it's in like $5 from there. But what are you going to do? That's just the way things happen. Just missed out. It was a good call, but oh well. And I would not have been in here for $5. Would have been happy with two probably. And just taking the risk off, take position off. Time is risk. Longer in, the more risk. I mean, you could use some kind of stop at that point or whatever, but just the way I think as far as this stuff goes. Okay, this Rollins pest control. Hadn't seen it move much. It was like pushing up slightly, I believe, last time we took a look at it. And it's still kind of doing that, but very slowly. All right, so another situation where it's no rush. Albemarle. Okay, saw it almost get to where I could short it, but not quite. I came all the way into 167. Now right around 171. I'm down at 155.54. It doesn't mean won't see the movement to get me long there, because the stock's moving pretty well. I like seeing that. I like seeing that happening. This Magnum ice cream, nothing going on here. Okay, very little range, small candles on an earnings day, so that's not happening. These memory stocks, back through these. Look at Micron first, excuse me. Okay, so it has been up around 440 almost, 438 at least. Anyway, back down around 430. So not particularly close there. The other guys were closer. Okay, we go in SanDisk here. Okay, and SanDisk was actually farther away. Seagate, I was short a couple of times, revisiting. Okay, and Seagate, after that move up, some smaller candles, and it's right back around where I bought back my first short piece. WDC, not doing anything in Seagate right now, by the way. WDC, after almost getting there, not quite. We see it did get within a buck and change. It was at 308.88, and then it came off. So that's a bit of a bummer because it came off. That's the one that really came off a decent amount. All right, so now I'm left with being way the heck up there, 312 and change. So I do have that in, but 312.47. So doesn't mean it won't get back there, but this was a decent opportunity here for probably 8 points or so. But that's okay, just deal, right? Relative strength plays. We've still got another 55 minutes here as far as these guys go, starting with Constellation Energy. Okay, and pretty quiet. I get a little less than $7 worth of range here. And again, I'm pretty far away to buy it. Moderna. Okay, Moderna trading right around 40. Moderna's been pretty quiet this morning. Pure Storage. Did we see a move here? Did we get something going on here to make it like interesting? Worth putting a bid in here. And yeah, kind of. I mean, it's been 74 now. It's back up to 75. So way the heck down 72.08. So Pure Storage not really getting close, but it can have those big candles. So just be aware. And IBM down a little bit more than it was earlier. So it was down like 6 before. Now it's down 8. As far as buying it, I'm 248.83 for it for the day. All right, so still pretty far away. Interesting move though. I mean, not super range around $9, a little less than $9, but kind of an interesting move, I guess. Okay, flipping through now again our stocks that I priced out this morning. We can start with Apple. Okay, and Apple coming off slowly though. All right, right near the lows for the day. I mean, I'm 264.47 to buy it, so it's getting kind of interesting, I guess. AMD. Okay, kind of coming back. AMD in pretty much no man's land for me. All right. I mean, when it was coming down, it was getting a little more interesting. Kind of in consolidation mode here. If you look at Charter. Okay, so still hanging around 240. Off about 5 points worth of range, so a little bit more quiet than it has been recently for Charter. CoreWeave. Okay, some decent size candles, and it got up to 97.50, give or take, but now it's back under or right around rather 94. And as far as my stuff goes here, I'm far away, but I'm just like looking at the candle wise moves, that kind of thing. Could it be could be something to purchase? Down around here, just under 92. I mean, it's already traded a little bit below that, like it was going to break through, and then kind of a fake breakout here. I mean, it'd be a short up here. I don't know. I'm careful about shorting it. I'd be more apt to buy it down here than I would to look to short it in the 96s. So, just my thoughts there. Back to GEV, since we looked at Constellation Energy before, and then we can look solar. All right, so it didn't quite make a new high, and it's still up there, and it's still been moving. Right, I'm not really looking for a trade at these levels in GEV, and I'm pretty far away, so I'm going to let it do its thing for a bit, and kind of take it from there. End phase, as we're going solar here. I had a few fairly big down candles to start the day, I believe. All right, still kind of near the lows. Okay, remember I'm down 43.28 down there. Nothing in yet. Sunrun quieter versus yesterday after big range yesterday. So we're 40 minutes in. But another 20 with you guys. It's been busy. It's been like, kind of moving, but, only the 2 trades. So I kind of temper that. Solar Edge. Okay, so made a move down and then pretty quiet here. Little consolidation here after being a little under 35. And yeah, I think I'm farther away there than I am for some of those other guys. But we can look at Intel, and then we can go quantum guys. See if Intel is doing a little bit more than it was before. The answer is no. All right, so pretty quiet day so far for Intel. Let's go to these quantum computing stocks, starting with IonQ. Okay, and it's still hanging down there. I'm literally $3 away from doing anything here. With range pretty quiet range. I think the other ones, QBTS and Rigetti, were more interesting. So QBTS, yeah, definitely, producing about $1.50 away. I'm 17.49 for it, so kind of interested there. Maybe make a note or two. Not going to put anything in, but make a note. Waiting on Rigetti. I'm pretty sure I hit it. Okay, and Rigetti too. I mean, 15.25. I'm 13.89 for it, so getting closer. These things, these two at least definitely have possibilities today. Not as much IonQ, but long day, right? We always say that. Quite a ways to go. Excuse me, guys. Maybe yawn going on there. Okay, MDB not moving as much as I thought it would, so about $16 worth of range after it moved 30. It was like 34 yesterday, so I was expecting a bigger move here. Haven't seen it as of yet. Far away, very far away, I would say now on both sides there. Oh, and semiconductor did put out a short out there at 74.61. As we recheck now to see what's going on here. New high. So still hanging up there. Has been higher. Has been as high as 73.56. So I'm sticking. I still have that out there. All right, and then I'd be. I do have 74.61 in there. Then I'd be at 75.26, and then at 76.19. Those guys are not in yet. Okay, so continue to keep track there. Oracle was quiet earlier. Checking again. Okay, and still, upper part of range did kind of do a fake out there, almost getting to 159. So that's expanding a little. Let's see, it could be breaking through here. Has some big candles over here, so pushing through this stuff. It has room for some kind of a move here, I guess. Not looking to hop on it just yet, though. Palantir. Okay, so we're sliding some, but around 250, 280 rather worth of range today. So that's quiet, definitely quiet. Let's go Rocket. Okay, let's wait for Rocket here. Okay, so definitely quieter than yesterday after seeing a big move down. For the first half of the day, then a little bit of a bounce back. But again, quiet there. Rivian. Okay, so really quiet Rivian today. We'll see if something gets going here, but not even 40 cents worth of range. Tesla was moving down last we saw. Did come back a bit. I mean, $10 worth of range, but I'm very far away here. So nothing really exciting there. Go back and check my biggest movers here just to see if anything's really sticking out. And not really seeing anything huge here. But let's go back. Let's check out McDonald's because that was starting to get interesting in spite of the up candle. That's been our last 15 minutes here, but I want to get through some of this stuff. Okay, McDonald's, since last we visited, pretty quiet, which is disappointing. All right. Now it's what is it going to do after this consolidation? Is it going to push higher, or are we going to see new lows here for the day? So something will happen. We just got to see how it plays out. Back to Cisco. Which we saw, and it's still, a similar situation in that we have some small candles as far as that goes. Viking Therapeutics, VKTX, after being above 34, it kind of slid some slowly. See if anything has changed there since last time we visited, and we see it was moving down, but kind of turned it around here a little bit, back up toward 33. It's hard to draw conclusions from this after a big gap, and a little bit of a fill, but it's still one of the bigger movers today, so should be keeping track. App loving. Okay, back down near the lows. Made a new low, as a matter of fact. All right, so that gets my attention because I know I can move a lot. All right, and remember I'm 360.30 for it, but not going to put anything in yet as far as like picking up some stock here. Fastly, which I think was in the high 15s last time we took a look. Yeah, it's been in mid 15s now, lower 15s, but hasn't really moved a lot since that first big candle there. Okay, so much for Fastly, I guess. Paycom. Okay, kind of started to make a move back here. We've seen a consolidation. We've seen it come back. Here, last we looked, it was like in the 115s, and here it is coming back, but then it fell off again. So definitely smaller candle since then, but rocketed up from the start. Almost got me short. Didn't, unfortunately, but some smaller moves, but see what happens there. I am at where am I at here? I'm just referring to this 121.76 to short it, so that could happen. Far away. Remember, I thought I was going to like buy it right away this morning. Then I canceled one bid, went lower, and still put it in because it was looking 102. Instead, it was only as low as 104.90 and went up immediately in that first 5 minutes. Back to basically flat on the day. So that was that. Okay, and this Rollins, as we're down under 10 minutes here. Hey, Rollins just been super quiet. Okay, so not, it was an attempted bit of a fill there, but now like a lot of sideways think Albemarle was starting to get interesting here. Well, it definitely was interesting, with the big down move in the first half hour. Okay, and again, dollar about a buck off its lows, but something could happen here. Again, I'm 155.54 to buy it. This Magnum ice cream has been a nothing. Waiting on it here. It's still, yeah, quiet. Really nil candles here. I mean, nothing, no movement there. So that makes it difficult to make money. You need some things to move, right? So without that, it's difficult to make money. And before I get into these memory stocks, remember, things I harp on, going back to having a plan. All right, dealing with it, tweaking it if necessary, and if there are issues there, changing it. All right, if need be, but having it and sticking with is important here. Okay, let's go to Micron again. Okay, and another guy I expected more of. With news, I was maybe expecting a new high today. I priced it out. Yeah, I priced it out to be a new high because I'm at 459.26 to short it. So still pretty far off on both sides here. Very far off actually on both sides. So did not see that in Micron. And SanDisk, a move, but not quite the move. Back to here. All right, we see it's 651. I mean, it's been above 660, almost made it to 670. Did get those couple of trades in Seagate. Where are we at Seagate now? It's definitely quite a down. It's like doing a little back and forth now between 450 and 460. It has been since the first 15 minutes of the day. All right, from here, right across here, kind of been doing that. So we'll see if it holds up here. If it looks to push higher, if it's gonna fill. I mean, there's a lot of question mark there. I think. All right, did just checking right here. Did make a new high. Okay, so that is pretty interesting. Western Digital. Okay, waiting on here. Still waiting on it. I'm still waiting on it. Unreal. But hopefully we get a chart here at some point. Okay, let's get about another 5 minutes or so with you guys. And might be coming now. I don't know. Let's try it again. Here we go. All right, so had been, it made that nice move up and then came in really well too. So kind of a bummer it didn't quite work out there, but definitely some across stuff going on there. As far as new highs, did we get? Yeah. Okay, so a new high in Western Digital today too. Okay, so but then it comes off pretty fast. Now it's hanging down around 12 bucks lower. So that's where we are there. Relative strength plays haven't been particularly good recently, and that remains true. Constellation Energy, not exactly seeing the anticipated move. Has come off, though, back onto 280 now. Still have some time, but, TikTok, not as much as we had. Moderna was quiet. for this guy here. I'll have a sec as far as markets go. S&P is basically flat, and NASDAQ off 0.2. Dow up 3.5. Bitcoin 67,700. So overall market not really moving a lot. Moderna not moving a lot. Right around $40. Been kind of hugging around there after a good comeback yesterday from a gap down. Pure Storage. Okay, so really haven't seen the big candles we're looking for since like the first 15 minutes of the day. Still some okay size ones, but not what we're looking for. So far away there. IBM. All right, so I haven't seen a bounce in IBM. Smaller candles, still kind of near its lows. Yeah, well, within $1.50 of them. Again, we'll see what the heck happens here. I'm not close on the short there, but still somewhat interested as far as like the long 248.83 for it. Could happen. Could definitely happen here. Okay, back to Apple because Apple was a little bit interesting, but make it a slow move. But here it is. It got down around 270, and now we're seeing a bounce back. So not as enticing. Here in the range is not great. AMD. Okay, so AMD kind of middle back to around flat here. I'm gonna skip to these quantum stocks. Maybe there's something going on there. Maybe justifies more focus here. IonQ not so much. It's the farthest away of them all. QBTS. All right, so back around 19 off force levels, still down a bit. Would definitely like to see a better move. Maybe get me long. Spaghetti. If I can put the right symbol in there. Okay, so Rigetti are a little bit different, basically on its lows. Need a little more of a move here. I'm 13.89 for it. That would be a new recent low move. I mean, it's not 52-week low kind of thing, not close to that, but the way far off its highs, right? 58.15 were the highs here, and that wasn't that long ago. That was like last October. So those guys, those two kind of have my interest. IonQ not quite as much. Also have this ON. Should be the last one I take a look at here. Okay, so close to the highs of the day. Again, I'm up at 74.61 to short it. So we'll see what happens there. That said, I'm going to split. Have a great rest of your day. Again, fairly quiet. Tune in tomorrow. See what happens.